That one girl you wanted but never got, you lost her. She was almost yours if you had just done this or that, done a little perfect little bullshit. That feeling of her, you know, eyes, body, smell, sound, voice, the whole figure, the way she walk, talk, that ass jiggle. Feels bad, doesn't it? Use that. I used to really cuck myself. I used to think about the thought of her getting, why is my camera so fucking, hello? Catch up, please. The thought of her getting, mercilessly pounded used to fill my veins up, used to give me motivation and drive to do, like, used to give me that emotion, like, fuck, man, I really lost that. That's happening to someone else. It's called loss aversion. You know what I mean? I mean, it occurs before the loss would happen, but, you can still use loss aversion after it happened. If you think in reverse prophetic tense or some shit. If you were thinking, sorry, I'm a little sick, but if you were thinking, like, she would be with me right now if I had been what that guy is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's the only thing that gets you going because you might, the like we don't really do things for ourselves. People that forum game. I haven't even been going to the gym because I've been sick for like 2 weeks. I got like exhaustion sickness. Yeah, shit fucked me up pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad. But yeah, otherwise I'd be a little bit bigger than I was since the last time I recorded. But yeah, I kind of fucked myself over there. But yeah, man. Um, that loss is always a deep cut. That first girl you know what I mean? That girl you wanted back in like middle school or high school or college or all three of them at the same fucking time. It's always that one chick. You know what I'm saying? You see my previous videos. I uploaded fall 2025. There's some shit over there about metamorphosis. Total bullshit. Don't even watch it. But you know what I mean? There was a chick involved with all that. And yeah, I mean, it was all hypergamy, bro. Where she was living in her little small town, little bullshit town in her state. Came over to my state and went to university, got access to the BBC. There's a pool of BBC, you know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of those BBC here, then there's BWC over there, then there's BMC, right? Mexican. Then there's that motherfucking BMW he's got. And I don't even got a car, I don't even got a license. Can't afford that shit. Fuck it. I take public transit. I take the bikes. I got a little skateboard. I walk. She's meeting dudes with cars, meeting dudes at bars. She's really meeting motherfuckers at bars. She was alcoholic. Also, like, all she did was drink. I shouldn't even been talking to her, but I was just lonely, I guess. Um, you know what I mean? She had no hobbies outside of drinking and getting pounded mercilessly by like whoever the fuck. No, I'm just ranting, but yeah, there's a girl like that for you too. Who is that? I'm listening. Okay. All right. Yeah. Sure. Don't want to talk to me. That's fine. Whatever, bro. Shit up to you, I guess, Mister Fucking silent motherfucker out here. But yeah, you know what I mean. There's always a chick. If it ain't a chick, it might be someone else. I mean, there was this. It's on this post somewhere. This guy started working out because he had to carry his grandfather who's ill to the fucking car so he doesn't die, so he can take him to the ambulance, but it's too weak to pick him up. Everybody told him that it wasn't his fault because he was like, well, like 15, 16 or some shit, but like, fucking hits, bro. And yeah, man, it's always an external force. some sort of cuckery that happened that always results in gym gains. Nobody ever does the gym for themselves, or I would do it for health. I'm doing it so I look better when I'm fucking naked. I'm going to the gym, so it's a no-brainer for a bitch to suck my dick. You know how it's a no-brainer? Sometimes there's some girls so bad, nice tits, whatever. You know what I mean? Some they're just born with. I mean, they ain't born with it, whoa. But like they grow up and then they all get like the fat trickles down to the right spots. And, I'm fucking you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They pull up and fuck me, bro. But yeah, man. So it's just like a no-brainer. You're just like, yeah, bro, I'd pound that. But now you're like, but not everybody would pound you, right? For a guy, that shit happens later on in life. Girls look for competence. What competence are you gonna have? I'm fucking 20. I don't know shit. You know what I mean? I don't know nothing. I don't even. I had to like just yesterday, like just this week, I learned how to fucking spread pizza dough. I don't even know you're supposed to leave it out for half an hour. I was wondering why it fucking keeps on like shrinking into its little bullshit. I thought you had to like I thought you could just stretch it and it stretches. Like I was stretching that shit a mile and it just still curled back into like a few little inches. You're supposed to leave it out for like an hour out of the fridge. I just thawed it under cold water. I don't see what I'm saying? I don't know nothing. You probably don't know nothing. The best thing that you could have, you don't have competence and power. That's what bitches look for. You don't have competence, you don't have power, so you might as well have a nice little farm, bro. Let me get that. I'll be getting tanned as well, bro. What the fuck? Look at that difference. But yeah, I've been getting like fucking. Oh man, I haven't been in the gym in a while because I've been fucking. Yo, why am I so pale, bro? Like, look at that shit. I've been in the sun a lot. And what the fuck is that difference, dog? But yeah, anyway. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, like fucking don't use cuckery to your advantage because that's all you have. For some guys like us, we're just chod. We got no talent. We ain't got no money. Poor as fuck. I'm recording this shit on my phone. You know what I mean? We don't have a lot to our name. We don't got a lot to ourselves. So what we do have is losses. You stack whatever you fucking, whatever you could get, whatever you could use, fucking use, dumbass. Oh, I have getting cooked. That's all I have. I might just use that as motivation and I'll get cooked again. And obviously, not every time using sex and pussy and tits and wanting to fuck. It's not always gonna want you. It's not always gonna make you want to get out of the gym. I'll wake up at 5 a.m. to go. Sometimes I'm not rolling out of 5 a.m. to think, oh yeah, great, I'm gonna roll out of this comfy bed so I could go and potentially pound women. Nah, I don't fucking. I'm not always horny when I wake up. Sometimes it's something else. Sometimes you just to prove it to yourself. Sometimes it's always operating at a loss. Sometimes it's always like when I initially started working out, I was trying to beat the shit out of my dad. I don't have the best relationship with my dad. I haven't talked to him since 2023. And when I was younger, I used to train so I could beat the shit out of him. Cause he used to beat the shit out of me, and I was too fucking small or whatever. And I was like, "Alright, cool. I'm gonna be bigger than you, and I'm gonna fucking knock your teeth out." Right? So sometimes you gotta use shit like that as as motivation. It's a little bad. Don't do that. But bullies might have gotten picked on. You know, my friend likes to refer to me as the blonde. I'm brown. I mean, shit. I might as no. I mean, but I am brown. So like the blonde, right? He's like, oh, you're like a blonde chick. He's trying to say like you're built like a valley girl. I'm gonna take offense to that. Obviously, I ain't got nothing against fucking. I ain't racist or whatever. But like, you can't compare me to chicks, bro. Like, I'm still a man. But yeah, I use that as motivation sometimes. Sometimes because if all you have is losses, you gotta use them somehow. Because you ain't got no wins yet. Gotta turn those losses into wins. That's how that shit works. So yeah, think about you lost that feeling of her eyes, body, smell, sound, and voice. You know what I'm saying? I do that shit sometimes, bro. I be thinking about my losses. I'll just bring them back in. Some mental health starts getting better. I stop thinking about this shit, and I'm just like, nah, bro. Fucking reel it back in. But yeah, man. A little something like that, bruh. What I'm talking about. Sometimes that's the only thing that gets you going. Use the thought of her getting pounded mercilessly to jump your veins. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you just gotta get up just because. Like, you'll have different reasons, but one of the main reasons that I get up is cuckery. But the other days where I'm not doing it for cuckery, I'm just doing it for myself. Like, I do it because just for my own attraction. I do care about what other people think about me. Not a whole lot. But, like, first impressions matter. And what's the first impression of me you're gonna get when you see this, like, skinny ass guy? Look at those forearms. I mean, you see my fucking. I got no chest. It's all ribs. Like, you can see it rounds over here. Because it's just ribs. There's no, like, girth. And I don't like being treated like a fucking little girl. So, that bothers me. And sometimes it's just straight up. Sometimes you're not gonna have motivation and shit like cuckery or whatever. Sometimes you gotta use straight discipline. You gotta girth it. You gotta be adaptable, man. People that can't change fucking die. That's why third world countries exist, because they don't get rid of their third world mindset. Those retards cling on to their bullshit medieval cultures and their beliefs, and that leads them to the fucking retarded state of their countries today. Okay, developing countries. No, I like to call them undeveloped countries because they ain't gonna develop. Because it's a perpetual cycle. Because they don't change. You gotta be adaptable. I remember a few videos ago I was talking about how I put my phone on my, because my phone I use it as my alarm. Everybody does. I take my phone and I put it on my window here so I could open the blinds in the morning, get that sunlight in my face. But I'm also not wearing a fucking shirt when I sleep because I'm not fucking weird. I'm sleeping in my underwear. And 5 a.m. I still sometimes see people walking around. But like I'm always just like kind of thinking like, what if I open the blind and they see my nipples? So I don't really do that anymore. But I need light because if it's dark, I might go back to sleep. So I'll crawl out of. I'm so sorry. I'll crawl out of bed where my light switch is. So I'll put that phone on the floor next to the light switch. So I gotta turn the light switch on. Then I turn that bitch on, and the light's in my eyes. And then I got on my desk. I turn just a little bit on my desk. I see my gym clothes. Oh, it's go time, shawty. And then I go to the gym. Simple. 5 a.m. I mean, I haven't been going for a while because, like, my fucking sinuses are up here. Every time I talk, my vibrate, I feel like fucking. I feel something here in my forehead. That's that sinuses, man. Fucking hell. But yeah, them sinuses signing right now. But yeah, all it takes a little bit of a heartbreak. And we up, gang, we up. And a lot of people say, oh, you're going to have bad mental health. Listen, man, you probably don't have good mental health right now anyway. All right. Would you rather have bad mental health and be productive, or have bad mental health and just be a fucking loser? Alright. I have shit mental health. It ain't that good. There's a lot of fucked up shit happening, alright? Somalis are doing frauds in Minnesota. I can't go anywhere without motherfuckers be looking at me sometimes. That ain't always the case, but you know. Um, you know what I'm saying? You don't even got a fucking car. I don't even want a car. I've been a nihilist since I was 14. Still a fucking nihilist. I don't know why that shit's not going away. I don't even know how to work on it. You know what I'm saying? What else we got? Shit. Yeah, man, I'm fucking 20. I haven't done anything with my fucking life. That's another thing. Uh, Anytime I start making progress, that fucking the Lord hoists me with some sort of illness. Like, Jim Giddens, no thank you. Bang, you're fucking ill now. You're making money? Great, fuck you. Bang, just something broke. Some shit always fucking happens. My mental health fucking sucks ass. But I'd rather it suck ass and I do something about it than me just suck ass and put a finger in my fucking ass. You know what I mean? At least it benefits me. If you could benefit from your pain, if you can monetize that shit, if you could get results out of being a fucking mess, you have an advantage that the average bullfucker doesn't. That cuck feeling, use it, man. Yeah, it fucking sucks. And you don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel like that either. But we're gonna feel like that anyway, cause that's where we're at right now. There's like a fucking tier list of man. And me and you were down here, brother. Me and you were down fucking here. So we gotta use that feeling of being all the way down here. For those motherfuckers that are all the way up there. Gotta fucking win, dog. We gotta look up at the motherfuckers and be like, yeah, I can do that shit too. Cause if you're at the bottom, you're gonna feel the fucking bottom. You can't be in the basement of your house and not feel fucking cold. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in the trenches and not smell the fucking mud, buddy. Yes, we're down there. We might as well use our resources. Because resources, I don't know where we're going with this. You need resources for shit. Might as well use them because they're lingering there. They're just fucking sitting there. And we might as well just take advantage of them and use them to our advantage. Yeah, man. So, you feeling cocked out? You feeling like shit? Use it. Feeling like a bastard? Fucking use it. You wanna own, you wanna own, you wanna change the image of yourself? Go ahead, fucking do it. You know what I mean? That's all. Have a nice day.